Hey guys, I was thinking we could just like get ready together and just chit chat and let me catch you up on these past couple of weeks. The little bit of drama in my life. Mainly the whole like summary of what I'm gonna be talking about is all examples of why I just ignore men, because few rare chances that I decide not to ignore them, this happens. So let's get to it. I already did my skincare and I guess I'll show you my skincare. I switched from the ordinary to good molecules and I use the niacinamide and the hyaluronic acid night and day, every day, and occasionally I'll use the overnight exfoliating thing. It has salicylic acid and other acids and stuff that are good for your skin, and my skin is doing okay. I feel like it was doing better, but then I've just been stressed and not drinking enough water and stuff, you know. But other than that, nothing has changed as in my other skincare. I'll put my bangs away. Maybe I could just like, no, whatever. So I'm gonna break it down from man to each man will have their own time because it overlaps. I know, whatever. These stories overlap and I just want to talk about it because something like this has never happened to me before and I'm just like a little shook. Okay, where to start? So basically, man number one, I knew him from high school. We never talked, but we were both in the athletics department. He had a girlfriend, right? I knew the girlfriend. We were cool. Okay, we had classes together, whatever. He was a year older, by the way. So after I graduate, he starts hitting me up like randomly. I just like entertain it because I was bored and I missed sneaky link. He picked me up once from the baile, all because my friend was with her situationship and I was tired. I had heels on. I wanted to sit down. I called him and he sat with me until my friend was ready to leave, which is nice. And we just talked and whatever. I found clips, so that should help. I don't even know when that first interaction was. That was a while ago, and then recently he started hitting me up more and I was like, I'm bored. I need some sort of entertainment because my phone is so dry and it's embarrassing. Like sometimes my mom doesn't even reply to me sometimes. So like, let me see what he has to say. First mistake. He usually isn't too bold, but he would be like, oh, what are you doing? And I would be like, oh, I'm at the bars, I'm at the clubs, you know. And he's like, oh, like tipsy. And I'm like, what? Shut up. Don't say that. So he would say that, and then he was like, oh, like, what are you doing after? I'm like, going home. And he's like, oh, like, whatever. And then he picked me up from my friend's house because we Ubered from the bars to my friend's house, and then I had to Uber to my house from there. I was like, I don't really want to pay for an Uber for like a 2-minute car ride. No. So I was like, oh, if you want you can pick me up, but if not, that's fine, and just like take me home. And he was like, yeah, for sure. What's the addy? I'll head there right now. I sent him the address and he took me home. Well, he took me to get Whataburger and then he went home. But the whole time we were in Whataburger, he was like scared to look at me, was scared to like touch me, and I was like, oh, like my tights had ripped because I had claws on, and like if you get it, you get it. If you don't, don't. But like they fucking ripped like bad. And he like was like, oh, like all scared, like shaking, trying to like trace the rip on my leg. And he was fucking terrified. And I was like, that's cute, that's silly, whatever. That was that. Took me to Whataburger and then took me home. I had to do my eyeliner off camera. It's like the last interaction, or like personal interaction before all of this recent stuff went down. He posted a picture of like a pretty house and I was like, oh my god, that's so pretty. Like I slid up and I was like, oh my god, that's so pretty. Like it's a pretty house or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, like whatever. Okay, that was that. And then that Saturday he was out with his friends and I was out with my friends. He started being a little extra bold. He was always bolder through text than he was in person. So I'm just like, keep the same energy, you know, like don't be acting all scary. But I never said nothing because I was just going for fun, you know, funsies for the plot. All like everything I did was for the plot and I regretted it because I felt like shit after. He was just like, what are you doing? He's like, you should come over, like when you leave, come to my house. I'm already heading to my house. And I asked him like, are you drunk or what? Like what's the deal? He was like, I'm not drunk, but I've had some drinks. Like my friend is taking me. I was like, oh, because I was gonna ask if you could pick me up because I don't want to pay for an Uber again. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, so he was being real bold. He was telling me like, oh, like, come on, when was the last time you ever did anything? And I was like, sir, what do you think is gonna happen? And because you had the right idea but the wrong one. Regardless of that, I was playing along because I was at the club. I was drunk. The night was ending. All the other girlies had things happen to them, or like everybody else was getting head on, and I was like, couldn't relate. Let me paint the scene for you. Imagine you got your little fruity little drink, your music blasting dark, pretty lights, you feel good, and then bam, you get a freaky deaky text, and you're like, okay, because you're not used to this, so you're like a little shocked. And then DJ is like, let me switch it up. Boom, The Weeknd. The Weeknd is playing in the background as you're reading this freaky deaky text, and you're just like, I'm gonna fold. I'm gonna fold. How could you not fold with The Weeknd blasting in your ears while you're drunk? I am not God's strongest soldier, clearly. So I folded. I replied, and he was like, oh, like, let me know if you decide to come. And I was like, yeah, for sure, because I had to take my friend home, and she lives far. So I Ubered to my friend's house. So we go to her house, we're eating, and I'm like, bro, it's too late to go. Like, I was texting him, and he didn't respond. So I'm like, he fell asleep. It's fine. I'm not gonna trip. I was still like iffy about everything that he was saying to me, because he was talking to me all types of crazy, and I was like, sir, do you know who you're talking to right now? Because clearly you don't. He ends up calling me at 5 in the morning, and I had just fallen asleep like an hour or two before, and I was like, absolutely not. I sent him to a voicemail. Okay, whatever, well, that was that. He texted me, like, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. Let me know if you still want to come, like, in the morning. Sir, I got shit to do. However, the next day was Sunday. Me and Dusty go out again, and then I'm getting irritated by this other man, which will be the next story. But I'm getting irritated by him. I'm like, you know what if I just call Taylor up? What if I just, you know, text him first? My friend was encouraging it. She was like, yeah, for the plot. I'm like, yeah, for the plot. Don't do things for the plot. And I haven't learned my lesson, clearly, because I almost did something yesterday, but we're not even gonna talk about that. I text him, no response. I'm pretty sure he left me on scene or something, and I was like, okay, bet, like, whatever. Like, bet, you know, like, I guess it's only cool when you do it. I don't know what went in my head to check my DM request, but I just did it. I got a hey girly text. She basically said,
hey, I saw that you texted him last night when I was with him. I just don't know if y'all got anything going on, because I don't want to be with him if y'all got something going on. And I was like,
like, what do you say? Obviously, I texted and Bestie. I was like, girl, you won't believe what I just seen. And it's like, I told her who the girl was, because we both know the girl. I wasn't the biggest fan of her, but like, you know, don't hate or anything. I was just like, oh, whatever. Basically, I told her the truth, obviously, because why would I lie? I told her, oh no, girl, like, we're not nothing serious. Like, he just would hit me up from time to time, and I just decided to hit him up last night because I was bored. And she was like,
okay, girl, thank you for telling me. Have y'all ever done anything before? Like, how long has this been going on? Because he's trying to gaslight me right now, say that y'all were nothing, that he never talked to you or nothing.
I was like, girl, let me be honest with you. He was talking to me all types of crazy Saturday night, and he offered to do things to me, with me, and I was like, but I wasn't down, but I almost changed my mind, but I'm happy I didn't. And she's like,
really? She's like, he always does this, like, and then he always tries to lie about it. She's like, this isn't even the first time. Thank you for telling me, because you were the last straw. I'm not trying to make you look stupid.
And I was like, yeah, girl, I'm sorry. Like,
it's like, don't be sorry, it's not your fault. Like, it's him, like, he's dumb.
I was like, yeah, but I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know, like, what do you say to that? I guess they were dating. I didn't know he had a girlfriend. She was his girlfriend. So like, if we would have said something, or if I would have seen, like, I would have absolutely not have gone or entertained this man at all. I told her exactly what he told me and stuff like that, and that he called me. She was like, oh, like, thank you. So I guess they broke up. That was the summary. I was like, I freaking gave you every detail. My first hey girl text. First time that I know of being the other woman. That's not even true. I don't want to think about that one. Anyway, so that was story number 1, and I just felt so shitty all weekend. It made me like almost like relapse. I just, in my head, I'm like, the only difference between me and her was that she was like itty bitty, like skinny and tiny and petite, and I'm not. That's where my brain went for the weekend or for the week, and I was just so miserable and so critical of myself. And I was like, why am I letting a man make me feel this way about myself? Like, I shouldn't. You know, we got over it, kind of. I allowed myself to be sad for a little bit. It wasn't even the fact that it was him. It was the fact that he thought that I could be the side. Like, that's all I was, a side. And I'm like, I know I ain't 10 out of 10, all that, but I'm not a side. And the first time won't be the last time. I know that for sure, at least here where I'm from, the men suck. I feel a little better now, to be honest. She moved on. I know for a fact she moved on because I know who she started talking to. Anyways, story number 2, man number 2. He's absolutely psychotic. So I think this happened like Halloween or Halloween weekend night. Like, it was like Saturday, and I have fun. I'm out with my bestie. It was her first time going out like that. She full on blacked out, so we went to go eat. We tried to wake her up so that she could like sober up, because we didn't know she was like absolutely blacked out, but she was, for a fact. I was with her brother and his friend, and we were just talking and chit-chatting, and then I'm like, let me just look at my Instagram. I checked my DMs. Honestly, this is my own fault because I'm stupid. I know better. In my drunk little mind, I was like, oh, he's finally not like talking to me all types of crazy, like, let me respond, you know? So he was like,
oh, you're at the bar?
Like, I was like, yeah, why? He was like,
oh, like, because I'm like at the spot near there, and all my friends left me, my phone's gonna die, and I can't get an Uber because my phone's dying.
I was just like, okay, you need one? You want me to call your friends? I don't know what the fuck you want from me. And he was like,
yeah, like, please, could you? Like, I would really appreciate it.
I was like, yeah, sure, of course, because we don't want nobody drunk driving. We want everybody to get home safe, you know? Like, even if I don't know you, I'm gonna make sure you get home safe. He's like,
I'm going, you're so nice, you're so kind, like, I really appreciate it.
So I was like, okay, like, here's the Uber, get home. I'll let you know when it's like out front. It was just like, oh,
thank you, like, let me pay you back, I'll pay you back.
And I was like, yeah, don't worry about it, whatever. He's like, oh, like,
if I see you out, I'll pay, I'll get you drinks,
whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, whatever, just like get home safe. And then he kept texting me after, so I'm like, okay, whatever, like, maybe we can be friends. Stupid. Men don't want friendships, clearly. They have their little animal brain. He would text me like every day, and if I didn't respond, he would like double or triple text me. I'm like, okay, I guess, but maybe like chill out a little bit. He started getting a little too bold. I saw him out that next weekend. He pretended like he didn't see me at all that whole night, and he was like right behind me too. So I'm just like, okay, weirdo, like, if you think I'm gonna come up to you first, I'm not. Yeah. And then he came up to me after while me and my friend were waiting for our Uber. Mind you, this is the same night that I almost said his name. This was the same night that boy number 1 was being all types of bold and the weekend playing in the background, okay? So I was always thinking about boy number 1. I guess he made friends with some people that we know, but they were with this girl. Not cool. She's not a girl's girl. We don't like her. I told him, like, what? I was like, why are you talking to them? Like, how do you know them? And he was like,
oh, we just met them
I
up.
was like, okay, well then don't talk to her. I don't know what I was on, but I was like, don't talk to her, not a good person, like, whatever. And he's like, oh, like,
my bad, like, I didn't know.
I was like, okay, well now you do know. And while he was giving me his full attention, I guess Miss Girl got a little upset because she started to say something to him, and then I look over, like, I guess with an attitude or whatever, like, supuestamente. And he's like, the girlfriend said that to me while I'm still talking to him, and I'm just like, excuse me? I literally just turned to him because I fucking can. Like, maybe that's just my face. Boy number 2 steps in, he's like,
oh, like, no, she's chill, like, she's my friend, like, this is weird.
He was trying to introduce me, have me shake their hands. I was like, be for real, I'm not shaking their hands. I told him, like, that's not my name. Like, I completely avoided them. I was like, that's not my name, whatever, and I moved away. He came up to me, he's like,
but that's what I call you.
like, because you know me, I don't know them. He was going to an after hours, and he was like,
come on, let's go.
No, I'm going home. I'm taking my friend home. I'm good. You have fun though. And he was like,
okay, well, next weekend, if I see you, I'm just gonna grab you, and or you see me, grab me.
You know, I was like, we'll see about that. And then when he left, he like did something on my chin, and I just stood there and looked at him, and I was like, don't touch me. don't touch my face. I don't know where your hands have been. Don't touch me. That whole time that you didn't see me, I saw him go up to a girl, pull up his Instagram. She put her Instagram in his phone. He was chatting it out, talking to other girls, and I even brought it up to him. I was like, oh yeah, I did see you in there. Yeah. But you were like talking to all these other girls, so I didn't want to bother you. He was like,
wait, you should have come up to me. I would have rather been talking to you.
I was like, nah, I'm not gonna interrupt your riz. I'm gonna let you riz it up. Like, I don't care. He was like,
nah, like, you should have said something.
I'm like, it's not my place to say anything. I don't care. I don't want you. I was just trying to be nice. And then he also called me multiple times at 5 in the morning, and I ignored his calls too. What the heck? Like, what is wrong? Why are you calling somebody at 5 in the morning? Like, that's insane to me. So he continues to text me, and I'm just like entertaining it because, like I said, my phone was dry. I mean, it still is. That's not the point here. He's just continuously texting me. I am responding, being nice, whatever, and then he starts saying stuff like,
oh, like, I know you were checking me out. Like, I could tell you wanted to kiss me because you kept staring at my eyes. You had mad eye contact. Like, you were so pretty. Da, da, da.
and I'm like, aren't you not supposed to make eye contact when you talk to somebody? Like, I have anxiety, and even I know that. Sir, get a grip. And he was like,
what'd you think when you first saw me? Like, did you think it was cute?
and he asked me for like all the days that he was texting me, he would ask me the same thing. Like,
Did you think I was cute? Were you checking me out? Did you kiss me? Would you have danced with me? Like, would you dance on me?
and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to tell you, because the answer is no. I would not dance on you. I don't dance on guys because I don't. That's weird. I dance with my girls and that's it. And it's just like basically begging me to go out the next weekend, and I'm just like, sir, I don't know if I'm going out until the day of. Like, that's I go out every weekend. But that's not the point. Like, I decided last minute. He was like, well, just
Like, say you're gonna go, say you're gonna see me. And he's like, if you see me, like, just grab me. If I don't see you, like, if I see you, I'm just gonna grab you.
okay. It's kind of weird, but okay. Mind you, I already told my friends like what he's been telling me and stuff, and they're like, nah, he's cringy, he's weird, like, no, girl, like, just ghost him. But I'm not trying to be mean or anything, because I already got that mean girl reputation for no reason. She was just doing too much. Everything he was telling me every single day that led up from that last Saturday to the next Saturday, continuously.
Do you like me? Do you think I'm cute? Will you dance on me? Will you dance with me? Will you let me kiss you? Like,
No, I won't. Like, I don't know who told you saying on these weird, bold, crazy things is attractive, that girls would like it, but I don't. And I told him from the beginning, like, oh, I don't talk to anybody and I don't want to talk to anybody. And then he's like,
oh, we're not gonna be dating.
like I said, I don't want to talk to anybody in any way, shape, or form. He obviously didn't care because he continued. So then he sees me that next Saturday. So I'm talking to this girl, right, waiting to get into the bar, and she's talking to me and she's like saying like, oh, I'm so cute, whatever. Like, she likes my hair, she likes my bangs. She's like, that's a bold thing to do, you pull it off really well. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, the info was like Sabrina Carpenter, like, if you want bangs like this. Side note, this is the finished makeup look. We need to find an outfit. I don't feel like doing that right now. Basically, she's just complimenting me, and I was putting my hairdresser's Instagram in her phone, and he had the audacity to try and like yank my arm to take me away from her and then knock her phone out of my hands, or he tried. And I was like, dude, wait. And even the girl was like, hey bro, like, chill, like, she's doing something. And then me and the girl said bye, and then he grabs me, and my friends are calling me up to the bar because we're getting drinks, and he was like,
what? So I can't. I'm not cool enough to go like to chill with you. Am I good enough?
and I was like, I never said that, but that's what you take from this, then yes. I was like, dude, I was like, I already told you I'm with the girls, like, I can't leave them. We don't leave each other. I guess he got mad. He was just like sulking the rest of the night, and then when we were leaving, we were talking with the friends that invited him out, that are our mutuals, and we left outside talking to them, and I pretended like I didn't see him. I acted like I was drunk, like, so he can't be like, oh, like, she's just ignoring me, like, no, I'm drunk, like, I can't see, like, you know. And then he literally DM'd me the next day. He was like,
that made me fucking mad. He was like, you clearly don't care.
oh my god, I forgot. So I was talking with our mutual friends. He like asked him, he was like,
oh, like, how do you know her?
he was like, oh, like, That's homegirl, like, she's chill, you know, like, whatever. He's like,
Gwen's playing hard to get. Tell her to come and talk to me or come with me.
the friend was like, no, bro, like, that's weird. And then Bestie was already done with his shit. She was over it. And she was like, she doesn't like you. She doesn't want you. Leave her alone. And I guess that's why he was mad. I mean, I told him from the jump, I was like, I don't dance with guys. I don't do nothing with men. I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't do that. Like, I don't dance with guys. I dance with girls. And even at that, if I did dance with a man, I'm not gonna be dancing on him. Why do I look like dancing on a man? Please. Yeah, okay, so that was him being mad, right? That whole week, he never said nothing because I never responded because I was like, that's weird. No, it's not weird, but I'm like, I have nothing to say to you anymore because clearly you're upset and I'm not bothered by like, that sounds really messed up, but I'm just like not bothered by it. Like, I told you from the jump, not interested, and you still want to get mad, so that's on you. You made yourself mad. Maybe that's toxic, I don't know, but that's just how I see it. And then he wants to DM me like later in the week saying,
by the way, I left. Like, I thought we could chill together before, but I guess not. Whatever.
Didn't respond because what am I gonna say to that? You left. Like, okay, good for you. I was like, not another military man, because that's what I assumed. But he's not military type. Maybe he is, I don't know. He's crazy. Well, he could be. Mind you, the only conversations we've ever had was that one time in person where I was like, I don't like that girl, whatever, and then he would touch my face, he touched my chin, he was like, and then for the following week he was like, do you like me? Did you like that chin thing? Were you checking me out? Did you like what you saw? Like would you kiss me? And then he was like, oh, like we're gonna get a hotel for this next weekend, like you should come with me. And I was just like, dude, no, that's crazy. Like, no, like I could be the crazy one. I could full on like murder you, rob you, anything, and you're just inviting me. Like, you don't know me. I don't know, that's crazy to me. That was like the depth of our conversations, was just that him asking for reassurance and me not giving it to him. So then he DM'd me that saying that he left. I was like, okay, great, not my problem anymore. I can go out and not be worried that I'm gonna see him or run into him. I was wrong. I go out again. As soon as I walk into the bar, I look to my right. Oh, I see him. I had a rush of anxiety for like no reason. I was scared he was like gonna say something or like tell me oh, or like some shit, because you never know. Like, men are crazy. They get so angry so quickly, and I was just nervous. And my friend was like, why are you stressed? Like, he's not gonna do nothing, he's not gonna say nothing, like let's just go to the other side of the bar. I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, I don't know why I'm stressed right now. But then that bar was too like crowded. It was too much. Like, me and her were both feeling very anxious, like we couldn't breathe because of how intense it was. Like, it was just too much. So we decided to leave to go to another bar, and as we're leaving, I see him and his friend walking out of the bar, and I'm just like, dude, he's leaving too right now. It's just like, okay, well, let's just let them walk a little further, then we'll go. We're like, okay, so then we wait, then we go. They're going to the same bar. They go in before us. This night we were supposed to be with a group of friends, but we lost them. We all end up at the second bar, and we're like at somebody's section because it was just so crowded there too. We just ended up in their section. They didn't say nothing because it was just a little bit of us. We were like in a little circle. He passes by, goes to the restroom, he passes by, and then I don't know if he saw me or what, but I saw him coming out. It's like, girl, he's coming back. And I guess she saw him too because she said that he tried to like grab me from behind. She like moved me to like the middle of the circle, and like we just switched spots. And she told me like, oh, he looked like he was like gonna try and grab you. And I was like, oh my god, like, okay. So then me and her, because she sees her ex or she sees somebody too, and we're like, we need a drink. Okay, we need another drink. We're too sober for all of this. So we go to the bar and we run into some other people that we know, and they offer to buy shots, and we're like, yeah, of course, we'll take a shot. So as we're waiting for the shots, we're talking to the other people that we know, and as the night comes to close, everybody's like walking out and like really pushing me because I'm like on the outside. I keep getting pushed and like knocked over, and I'm talking to this guy that we know. He like catches me, he's like, hey, don't worry, I got you. Like, gave me a water, and then he like put his arm around me to hold me up, and we were just talking and having fun and then like singing along to the songs. And then I look up because my friend was like, oh, like, can you see if our friends are still over there, or like, can you keep an eye out if they walk this way to leave so that we can at least say bye? So I'm like, yeah, like I'll be looking. And I look up as she says that. This man is dead ass right in front of me, just like I look at him and then I look past him to look to see if our friends are still where we left them. When I see that he's hardcore staring at me, I'm like letting this guy, you know, be like more like hee hee ha ha, singing along. He's just like he has his arm around me. I'm just like, this is funny. Like, I was trying to tell my friend, but she wasn't paying attention. He's like, oh, like, what's up? And I was like, oh no, like, I just seen this guy that's been like non-stop like texting me. He's being weird. He just saw me. He's like, like, whatever, like, who cares? And he just like grabbed me a little tighter, and then this man left the bar all mad. And I was just like to myself, like, that has never happened to me before. Okay, this is new. And so yeah, so we go outside, we leave with them like to the outside, and we're out talking, and I see him like walk by, and I'm still talking to this man. He just like leaves, right? He just walks past, and I'm just like, maybe you'll leave me alone now, you know? Like, one would assume. Nah. He texted me like a day or two after, and he was like, I remember exactly what he said. He was like,
why'd you look at me?
Message 1. Message 2 was like,
I thought I was no friend of yours or no friend to you.
And then message 3, he was like,
and your friend made that very clear.
And I was like, my friend? I assumed he meant the guy that was like hugging me or like holding on to me. I was like, he can't be talking about the guy. Like, maybe that's who he's talking about. I was like, that's funny if it is. But then I was telling my friend, she's like, oh no, maybe he means me, because I told him that you weren't fucking interested and that he needs to leave you alone. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot, you did tell him that many times. So who knows who he was talking about. And I never responded. My friend was like, you should just go off on him. And I was like, no, because like, what if he's like actually crazy? And I don't want to deal with that. And I feel like it'll be like if I was arguing to a wall, because he's clearly stubborn. He won't see where I'm coming from or anything. Like, this man is older than me. He's like 2-3 years older than me. So I'm just like, how you grown but acting like a child? Like, you're acting like a freshman in high school, if that. And then he texted me the other night. He texted me on Blackout Wednesday, and he was just like, LOL. What was the point of that? You know, there was no point for that. That is the tea so far of my encounters with men. Have I learned my lesson? Probably not. I get no attention, and when I do, like, I fold. I hate to say it, but I don't be folding. Like, I be like, this is fun. It's only temporary fun, you know? Like, I'm good on my own. Like Kalani said, I'm good on my own. If I remember the song, I'll put it up right here on my Barbie cup song. Hope y'all liked our little tease sesh. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry for me being not consistent after being consistent for a while. I'm disappointed in myself for sure, but we're gonna get back into it slowly. November's a hard month, and the men just made it more difficult. Maybe we'll see him this weekend, and I can add to the tea because it was brewing, and hopefully it stopped. I really hope it stopped, because I'm tired. Little tea next time. Bye.